Okay guys, so I tried intermittent fasting for 1 week, or did I? Well, let's just get into this video. So basically, I took it upon myself to challenge myself to try something completely new and completely different. And I actually tried something, and I don't really approve of this method of eating and thinking about food. However, I wanted to try it because so many of you guys have asked me if I've done it before, and I cannot give you my honest opinion and my honest review if I've never tried it. So I tried it, and I'm basically going to go through everything that I hated and everything that I liked about this method. If you guys didn't know what IF is, I literally just Googled it just now, and I'm going to read you what Google says. Intermittent fasting, known as IF, is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. It doesn't specify which foods you should eat, but rather when you should eat them. It's not a diet in the conventional sense, but more accurately described as an eating pattern. I'm going to put out there, personally, I'm a believer in fueling your body and putting things into your body that will help you function to the optimum way you can. What I mean by that is, there's a complete difference between eating healthy, wholesome, nutritional foods and starving yourself. There's a massive difference. What happens with IF is, because you're forced to be eating for a less period of time, what naturally happens is you are consuming less calories. And what can tend to happen is, because you are consuming less calories, you can kind of think you can eat what you want. And that is not how it works. I actually did so much research on IF, and I'll link loads of videos that I watched on YouTube that kind of helped me understand it more. And I actually came across this one YouTube video, and I won't name his name, but I really didn't approve of what he said. He basically said that IF allows you to eat what you want and not feel guilty about it. I'm not being funny, but that's absolute bullshit. Like, first things first, just because you're eating less does not mean you can eat what you want. Your body needs to be fueled with nutritional, wholesome food to function, for its organs to function in a substantial way. If you're eating less and then thinking you can just eat junk because you're eating less, that is not a healthy mindset with food. I'm briefly going to go through the positives and negatives of IF and kind of what I found with my journey and kind of what I liked and disliked. Also, I'm going to show you clips of my 7 days. First things first, I am going to put it out there. I only did IF for 5 days because honestly, my body just did not like this way of eating, this pattern of eating. So I had to change back to my old regime. So basically, my old regime is I have breakfast, I have lunch, I have dinner, and I have very small meals in between. So maybe a protein shake, some fruit, XYZ. I am always trying to eat kind of an 80-20 diet, which basically means 80% wholesome nutritional food with a 20% treat. And that's kind of my way of having a sustainable way of living. I'm not depriving my body, I'm also treating myself, but I'm not being overboard and just having junk after junk after junk. Now, IF, I was basically fasting for 16 to 17 hours. And then I was breaking my fast at 2 p.m. till 8 or 9 p.m. at night. I had 6 to 7 hours period of eating, and then 16 to 17 hours where I was fasting. For someone who's so used to waking up and having breakfast and then having lunch, my body was incredibly confused to why I wasn't having those 2 meals. I was essentially missing 2 meals and then having a really, really big meal at 2 p.m. because I was trying to get all my calories, protein, macros in as much as I could. The problem was, because I was eating a bigger meal than usual, my bloat was heavy. I was getting bloated like a lot because my body wasn't used to eating a big meal at such a late time during the day. Now, I understand that the body takes about 2 weeks to adjust to a new regime and a new eating pattern. I only did this for 5 days, so maybe the results would have been different had I done it for 14 days. I just didn't like it. I did not do this to lose weight. I did not do this for my body to change. I personally wanted to do this to see how my energy levels were, how I felt, how my body adjusted, and whether it was something that I actually wanted to pursue. What tended to happen was I was not getting in my calories. Reason being was by 2 p.m. I was eating this massive meal and I was getting fuller, quicker, and I was feeling bloated. So then I didn't want to eat again till like 7 p.m. But you need to eat your calories. You need to be eating food to function properly. I was eating much less. My hunger was being suppressed. My ghrelin was being suppressed, which is your hunger hormone. And that is not something that I am supportive of. That is not something that I advocate for. I think if you are trying to suppress your hunger, you are making a very, very big mistake, in my personal opinion. That's why I do not approve of these tummy teas, these lollipop suppressant, whatever this bullshit marketing scheme that people are trying to sell to you for you to suppress your hunger. No, 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 no. Please, please eat your food. Please, please eat wholesome, good, nutritional micro and macro food. I cannot stress that enough. Now, some of the positive, if there was any positive, I know this works phenomenally well for loads of people, and if it works well for you, then all I can say is just do you. Everybody is absolutely unique, but just personally for me, it just didn't feel right. Okay, so I'm not saying it's a completely wrong thing to do. If it works well for you, go ahead and do it. If it doesn't work well, stop doing it and try and find something else that works well for you. Everybody is unique and different. Now, some of the positives were it was convenient. So I didn't have to wake up and cook breakfast first thing in the morning. I could kind of just go about my day. And another positive probably was that I was having like a bigger meal. And it was a bit more convenient not to cook so many little meals throughout the day. I'm going to stop talking now and I'm just going to kind of show you what happened throughout the week. I was recording just little bits and bobs throughout the week, keeping a diary and, you know, trying to track as much as I could. So without further ado, let's get into the week and then I'll see you in a little bit. So it is nearly 2 o'clock. If you look here, nearly 2 o'clock. I am just about to break my fast. I am so hungry. It's like ridiculous. I'm actually like angry and hungry, which is not a good mix. So what I have to break my fast is scrambled eggs with asparagus, mushroom and leek, and an English muffin with some butter and cheddar cheese. And she sat here because she wants some, but she ain't getting any. So that's what I'm having as my first meal of the day. 2 o'clock, about to break fast. It is the 12th of September, 10:30 a.m. in the morning, and I woke up at 9 a.m. this morning, felt great after the first day of IF. However, it's now 10:30 and I'm feeling a little bit cranky. I'm a little bit hungry, but not too bad. I can still keep on going. I am going to the gym right now. Jack is driving and I'm gonna have a workout on an empty stomach. I never ever train on an empty stomach. I always eat before I train. I encourage all my clients to do this as well, just because I kind of see our bodies like a car. You cannot run a car sufficiently with no fuel. So that's kind of how I see our bodies. So I'm a little bit hesitant, I'm a little bit scared, but this is kind of what the whole experiment is about, to try new things and to see how my body reacts, to see how my performance and my energy levels are. Yesterday I broke my fast at 2 p.m. as you guys saw, and then I stopped eating for the day at 8 p.m. So that means I was eating for 6 hours in total. That doesn't mean I was eating every single hour. I still had a sufficient amount of food. I had 3 big meals. Normally I have 5 to 6 little meals, so that was a bit of a transition. My body is still like kind of like, what the hell is going on, but we'll see what happens. Also, I think I was a little bit restrictive for only allowing myself a 6-hour window of eating. I think that was a little bit too restrictive in my opinion. So what I'm going to do today is break fast at 2 p.m. and then I'm going to stop eating from 9 p.m. and that just allows an extra hour, only because normally I train really late in the evening. so I need a couple more hours to allow my body to digest my food and take in a bit more calories. However, today, like I said, I'm experimenting, so I'm training early in the morning and seeing how it goes. So let's get this workout in. I pray to the Lord above, to sweet baby Jesus, that this goes well and that I don't, like, you know, have any issues. So let's go. Okay, so I'm at the gym and I'm doing a back workout with Shane, and let me tell you something, I've just warmed up and I'm already feeling it. I'm feeling a little bit weak, but he doesn't approve. He's not happy about me doing IF. He does not approve. He's like, did you eat today? I was like, I haven't eaten today because I have a challenge. He's like, Krissy, you cannot come to a training session on an empty stomach. So anyway, we're gonna start our first working set, which is bent over rows, and we're gonna be doing a high volume session today, which means about 15 reps, a short rest period, and then another 15 reps on a moderate to light weight, nothing too crazy, nothing too heavy, but still it's gonna be high volume. So let's see how that goes.
6, good. 10 easy, come on. 7, 8, 9, 10, good. Rest pause. I'm going to count you back in there. You have about 15-20 seconds rest, and you're going to complete the set. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. 5 more reps, please. 1, rather than up and through. 2, 3, keep going. 4, 5, down relax. Then up, 2, last one, and
I said
up. There you go. 9, 10, 2 more, push me. Just up, shoulders back. 1, last one, good, and relax, far away, up there. Out there. Well, down that way, wait till you listen.
that's horrible. Ow.
Through there.
Yeah.
Back, yeah.
Okay, so I just finished a pull session, and did I perform well?
6 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
No, seriously guys, that was freaking hard. That was really hard. He was like, Krissy, do not come to me again when you haven't eaten. You're not performing well. I tried, I did well. I mean, it was okay, but I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult. Normally I'm like, Shane, lift the weights, let's like add more weights, I can do one more set, but today I was like, no. I've even cut this session short. I was meant to do one more set, but it definitely wasn't the best set. So it is day 3 of IF, and to be honest, my body is like getting used to it. I'm getting adjusted to the times, and that is because your body will naturally be adjusted to the times that you normally eat. And that is why the first couple of days was really hard, because I was used to eating 6 meals a day, literally about 2 to 3 hours apart. Now I'm having to fast about 16 to 17 hours. My body is slowly and surely adjusting, and that is also because the hunger hormone ghrelin is not just kicking in when it normally kicks in, it's kicking in a little bit later in the day. And that's what IF is. It's meant to suppress your hunger, which isn't a good thing, and this is kind of what I want to show people. I want to show that it's not always the best when your hunger is suppressed, but this is why I wanted to do this experiment, to kind of see how I feel with the suppression of hunger, and whether my body adjusts to it, or whether my body hates it or loves it. So I'm just gonna break fast now. It is 2 p.m, just about to hit 2 p.m, and I am having 3 protein pancakes with strawberries and Nutella, and after this meal, straight after, I'm gonna have some chicken and rice. But there's one thing that I'm really struggling with, and that is my intake of protein. I am not getting enough protein in, and that's kind of like really difficult for me. I'm used to having like 130 grams of protein a day, and right now I'm definitely not hitting that macro, and it's challenging because I'm trying to force myself to eat as much protein as I possibly can in the 6-hour window of eating, and it's proving very difficult. So I'm gonna sit down, eat, and head. It is day 4, and the time is, and the date is September the 14th, and it is currently 1:30, and there's my little button bed. Me and Jack have been traveling for 2 hours. We got like a couple of things to do today, so we are not at home, and because I've been in the car for 2 hours and I haven't necessarily been busy with much, I've just kind of been on my phone doing a couple of emails. I've realized that I'm so much more hungry than yesterday and the day before, and the reason being is because I'm not keeping myself busy and occupied. I'm just sitting down, and I am so freaking hungry right now. It's making me angry. It's making me feel very emotional. I just need some food. And like you know, you see other people eat food, like Jack had food, and it just made me even more angry at him. But you know, there's no reason to be angry at him. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna eat away from home, so I'm not cooking, and we're gonna go to Nando's, and I'm just gonna have some grilled chicken, some rice, and some peas. That's kind of the staple that I have. One thing that I'm really struggling, like I said yesterday, I'm struggling getting my protein in, but I'm also struggling getting a lot of fiber in, and I'm noticing it. I know it sounds a bit personal, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but I need a bit of more fiber. I'm really struggling with my fiber. I'm just not getting enough food in. That's what I'm finding really difficult. I'm just not getting those calories that I need in. And yes, IF is all about suppressing your hunger. It's all about eating less, but I don't want to eat less. I don't want to eat less. Like, I'm not being funny, but I need my energy, I need my fuel, I need to perform well in the gym. Food is not the enemy, calories are not the enemy, it's what you're consuming, it's the food you are bloody eating, people. If you are eating good, healthy, nutritional, wholesome food, you are doing well. Yes, to lose weight you have to be on a caloric deficit, but honest to God, IF is difficult. It's proving very difficult for me right now, and I thought I would be okay. Yesterday I was a little bit better. Today I really am not. Today I'm struggling. It feels like the end of the world. I need some food. I need some calories. I need food. I just need food. So I am on my way to London. It is one of my friends' 25th birthday, so we're gonna have a little bit of an afternoon tea, and it is Saturday. Oh no, it's not. It's Sunday the 16th of September, and I didn't record yesterday purely because honestly my house is under so much construction. It was just a bit too manic. So I am really struggling. I'm not gonna lie, I am really struggling with IF. I thought that I would be okay with it, but it is the 5th day, and I think that I'm gonna just stop doing it. I don't want to pursue it anymore. The reason being is because I am not eating enough, and that really worries me. I'm simply not eating enough because my hunger is really suppressed, and this is not a good thing. So please do not watch this video and think, oh my god, her hunger is suppressed, she's not eating as much. That's exactly what I want to do to lose weight. I always try and tell people it is not how little you are eating, it is about what you are eating. Your body needs nutritional food, people. It needs good old wholesome food in that body to function well. I am not like an IF. Today I'm really struggling. I'm eating really bad food because I think I can get away with it because I'm not eating as much. I'm eating less calories, and the calories I am eating, it's just not enough protein, it is not enough healthy fats, it's certainly not enough complex carbs either. So as you saw, I was even training with Shane, who I train with about 1 to 2 times a week, and he knows how I perform. He knows my strength levels. I've been working with him for about a month now, so he knows my performance levels. And let me tell you something, on that back day, I got extremely tired extremely quickly. My body, yet again, it was too early. My body still hadn't adjusted to the new eating regime. So had I done this for maybe 2 weeks, it could be a completely different story. So maybe I should have preserved a little bit more. But I just honestly, honest to God, I'm not even joking, I just didn't feel right. My body didn't feel right. And if I don't feel right, I don't perform right, I can't actually work properly, my concentration goes all over the place. So I needed to get my calories in, I needed to get my protein and especially my good fats in. I'm gonna conclude this video by saying this was a personal experiment. I just wanted to record it and show you guys and share with you my journey and how I felt. This by no means means that you should go ahead and do it. Like I said, please see a doctor first if you want to change your eating regime or change your pattern, and kind of see what he or she says and whether it's a good thing for you or a bad thing for you. Now, also, for all the people that strongly recommend IF and it works for you, amazing. It just personally didn't work for me. That doesn't mean it's a completely bad thing, doesn't mean it's a completely good thing. Each to their own. So that concludes the video. I hope you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do more of these challenges and more of these eating pattern videos. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and make sure that you are following me on Instagram. And remember that I love you always and forever. Also, I will be at the Gymshark Canada Toronto pop-up. So if you are from Toronto, I expect maple syrup